could not forward because I have some internet issue here. That's the reason. Today I'll forward all of them. Okay.
Okay.
So what is before test here? Anybody? What is before test and after test? How it will participate?
Precondition. Before test is a precondition and after test is a post condition.
Yeah, of course. But how it participates for the test cases? Will it participate only once or for every test case will it participate?
Once.
Only once.
Only once.
It will participate only once in a class, right? Before executing your test cases. And after test also will participate only once in a class after executing all your test cases. But when we're coming to before method will participate for each and every test case, right? Okay, now let me show you how to prioritize a test case. How do you prioritize a test case? How to ignore test case from execution? How to describe a test case one by one. Suppose if you want to prioritize a test case or if you want to describe a test case only for test methods, not for precondition, post condition, we can say like description. In manual testing also you are writing description on the purpose of the test case. In TestNG also we can describe just one line statement we can provide. Whatever description you are providing here, it will generate that into HTML report. Okay, double quotation, give that name of the test case, validate, give your name, validate your test case name. What the test case name? Admin link. Okay, anything you want, we can separate with comma. Comma. I want to prioritize this test case. Why you want to prioritize test case in TestNG? All of you know that. Because TestNG always executes according to
Priority.
Alphabetical order. Yes or no? All test case not all people are not priority. We are not prioritized here. By default, they'll execute according to alphabetical order. So if you want to execute according to your requirement, then we need to prioritize them. So how to prioritize? Priority. Priority is equal to say for example 1. Remember, priority starts from 0. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so on so. 0 means first priority. Okay, last number will have least priority. 0 will have first priority. So 1 means, what that meaning 1 means? It will execute second priority. Comma. By default, remember all test cases are enabled. By default, all test cases are enabled only. If I want to disable means nothing but I want to avoid one test case from execution. I just want to avoid one test case from execution. If you want to avoid any test case from execution, we can say enabled. Enabled is equal to, if you want to make it as true, enabled, make it true. True means what? You want to participate this test case in runtime. No. I don't want to execute this test case. Why you don't want to execute this test case means maybe that functional is under construction, maybe so. For example, that functional is under construction. You want to execute by next time. Then you can make it as false. So like that, we can describe every test case according to your requirement. We can prioritize like this. Priority, description, validate, pim link. Okay. And then I want this priority as 0. First priority, I want on this test case as 1. And next, this one, I want to disable this test case from execution. Validate, leave link. Priority is equal to 2. And I want to avoid this test case from execution. What we say for this is false. So remember, by default, all test cases are true only. If they're not enabled, we can't execute them. By default, they're true. So if you want to avoid them from execution, if you want to ignore the test case from execution, then we have to say enabled is equal to false. And after test, especially for after test, we can say always run is equal to true. What that meaning?
Should always execute.
whether your test cases are executing or not, post condition should keep on participating every time. By default, it will be true only. By default, it will be true only. Then we can say true by default. Okay. If you don't want this to participate, then we can say false. Only for after test, not for before. Okay. So how many test cases will execute now?
2.
2 test cases, right? Because one test case, which test case will execute first? First test case will be PIM link.
PIM.
Because we give priority 0. And second test case, admin link.
Admin link.
And third test case will not participate. Why? Because we ignored from execution. We can say ignored from execution. Okay. So right click the mouse, run as test-ng test. Only 2 test cases according to prioritized will execute, and whatever messages you given in description that will report to your HTML. If you don't prioritize, admin will execute first, right? Because A starts first.
Alphabetically.
Now it is running according to your prioritize. So that how many test cases got executed here?
2.
Total run is 2. See, validate PIM link. We don't see before this message. How you got this messages means because we described the test cases. Whatever message you provide here, that reports here also. So 2 test cases, that post condition got executed, and then precondition got executed, and 2 test cases got executed, and then post condition got executed. So like that, we can prioritize. We can ignore. Look at them now. Results. Look at the test output now. Open your SR test output folder. Go and check in index HTML. In that index HTML, ignore methods. See that ignore methods. If you click on ignore method, before we don't have anything. Now it shows which method we ignored. Ignore means avoided from execution. Leave link is a, what is leave link?
It's a disabled test case.
It's a test case, right? It's a method. Okay. That test case got disabled. Reporter output common. Chronically, how they got executed, we can see. Groups, no groups. How much time they took every test case, it shows very clearly. How many test cases we have? Only 1 test case. Like that, we can view. And yesterday, now let us see that the Primus Bank is working instead of writing on the same application. Let us test on fire. Otherwise, you get confusion if you go on with that. Let us see Primus is working or not. Did you try that? Is it working now? Yes, now it's working. Let me write for personal banking. Instead of writing and the same admin, let us see 2 ways so that you get clarity. Relate export, copy this. First, let me take this admin link as P banking. Okay, let me take this as P banking, and you're executing as P banking. Second test case, I'll take C banking. C banking, and you're executing C banking test case. And let us provide the export of that C banking. Edit this, copy this, paste here. Okay, next, internet iBanking. iBanking. Okay, iBanking. Edit this, copy this. iBanking. Okay, and here let us provide login information, name locators. Edit this, copy this, paste this. Name is equal to, and for login button, admin. Password is also admin. Okay, instead of writing on the same application, I'm showing on. Okay. Now tell me how to prioritize test case here also. How to describe a test case? Description is equal to, you can validate. Yes, you can tell something. Validate.
P banking.
P banking. Okay. How to prioritize this test case?
Priority equals to
Priority equals to 0.
0.
It's up to you. There's no that how you want to run your test case. Define that. Okay. Prioritize your choice. How to enable test case?
Enabled
is equal to true. And describe it for each and every test case. Okay. Validate. C banking. Priority is equal to 2.
None.
I want. I want this also enable true only. It's up to my requirement. I want to run the test case in such a way. You can prioritize. So validate iBanking. iBanking. And I'm not defining priority for this. One of the interview question they'll ask you. Enable is equal to true only. All of them should be true only. Now they'll ask you interview question. What that interview question is? You define prioritize for 2 methods and you're not defining any priority for any one of the method. So how execution happens? How you think? You tell me, guys.
We'll take the next priority of what we have defined. Like we have defined 0 and 2. We'll take the next priority of.
So you mean to say this will be executed without test case? I mean,
Yeah.
First it will give importance to priorities, then it goes for non-priorities.
Yeah.
That's
and it
what
will
you
take
mean
it
to say.
as, if we have more test cases with no priority, then it will execute as alphabetical order.
Yeah, worked out. But here in this case, you mean to say this will have a third priority. This will be running as third test case, right?
Yes, sir.
I don't know. Let me check. I don't know. iBanking, which doesn't have priority. This doesn't have priority, right?
iBanking. Yeah.
Let me see that. How to run? Right click to mouse, run as test-ng test. Check that. iBanking should be third test case, right? But I don't know. You observe that. Observe and tell me. First, will it give to non-priorities or priorities? I don't know. Oh, sorry. For this, sorry. We don't require login here. We don't want login code because it's in the main page only. That should verify in the main page only. Just to understand the test case, I'm writing this in annotations. Check that. What is going to click first? iBanking. Test case, see, precondition close. Now again, precondition. It will participate for every test case. What got executed first? iBanking is what that? Non-priorities will execute first. Okay. Personal banking, then we give priority 0 for this. Yes or no? So if you are asking question, you tell them what you will answer.
First non-priorities will execute.
First non-priorities test case will execute and then it goes to according to prioritize. Corporate banking. Okay. So like that, we need to understand. So that all test case got, see, for every test case, participate. See, precondition, post, precondition, your test case, post condition, precondition, P banking. Why P banking got executed? Because P banking is having 0 priority. The second priority means first priority is non-priority got executed. Then it gives importance to prioritize. And next test case, we give priority 2. For what we give priority 2? For iBanking.
C banking.
C banking. C banking got executed next. Okay. Like that we can. If you want to disable test case, we can disable. For example, interview one more question is, what is this question is? All of you try to understand me. Suppose say for example, one of the test case among say I'm not giving right locator. Assume that I'm not giving right locator. Okay. See that problem in test ng, remember all of you, the problem in TestNG, it will give pass, fail, that's it. When test case got executed pass, it says pass. When it will fail, whenever your method is not executing successfully, it will fail. My question is, how many methods here we have in a
3.
class? How many methods, ma?
3.
3 methods.
Right.
Suppose, say that there are 200 test cases in a class. Assume that. Test case means methods only, right? 200 test cases written. Assume that. Okay, 3 methods written. Okay, fine. Say, for example, this method got failed. Which method? P-banking method got failed. After executing, P-banking method got failed. Now, interview question is, how to execute only that P-banking method without executing past test cases? I don't want to execute again this past test cases. I want to execute only the failed test case. Wantedly, I give wrong locators to fail, okay? Wantedly. See that. Right click to mouse. Run as. How many test cases will pass now?
2.
2 will pass and 1 will fail. And when I'm running second time, I want run only that failed test cases. I don't want run again past test cases. Let's see how it is possible. One test case got executed. Now it's going with second test case. Why it's running, you know, when it is running this way, you have to understand it's a before method.
Before method, after method.
Second time, test case not got executed. Only pre-condition, post-condition got executed, right? Second time. Third time. So second test case will fail, obviously. Second or first, whatever maybe. So that how many failure here?
1.
One failure, right? You can see that failure because of locator, invalid expector. So that's so and so we give wrong exports, whatever, because wanted like give that, right? Now you can see reports also. You can double click emailable report. You can see 1 has failed, 2 has passed. Red color means fail. Anywhere, any report we can see, index HTML also. It takes that report also, why it is fails that. It takes that message also to the reports, don't worry. Okay, now I want to execute. Now I will rectify that problem. What that problem is, I gave wrong locator. This is the right locator now. Now I want to execute only this P-banking test case without executing this C-banking and I-banking. And don't tell me enable is equal to false. No, I don't want to do that. You can tell me, sir, enable is equal to false, so that only that particular test case will execute. No, see that. One good option in test. Refresh your test output for all of you guys. See that. Refresh your test output folder. By default, if any test case got failed in a class, TestNG itself will give you one XML file. Look at that. What is that XML file name? TestNG
Testing failed.
.xml. Look at here. Double click that. Open that XML file. When you open first time, all of you, it always open design. I told you to click on source. Don't confuse, okay? First time it opens design here. Second time onwards, it directly go to source only. We have to click on source. See that? Automatically, this failed XML file added the test case which got failed. No, sir. I want run one more test case from that class in this failed XML file. In this failed XML file, I want to execute P-banking test case also. What to do? Include it. Option is available. Include. Open tag. Include. We can write that. We can include, exclude. Exclude means avoiding. Include means adding. Include. Close tag. Enter button like that. We can include it accordingly, right? No, I don't want to include it because I want on only what? I want on only that failed test case, right? If one, we can include within the same class, no problem. Whichever test case you want, you can include with the same package name and class name. Don't ask me how to include other package class name. No, the same package class name. We can include that also. That is different. Okay. Now, I want on which one I want on? I want on only that failed test case, right? To execute that failed test case. One more thing. before executing that failed test case, all of you go to your class and rectify your problem. Okay, rectify your problem. Now to execute only that failed test case, all of you listen here. Right click on this failed XML file. Look at that. Right click on this testng failed.xml. Run as testng suite. Should not run via class. If you run via class, what will happen? All three
Execute
test
all
cases.
the classes.
All
test
not all
cases.
class. All the test cases
All the
in that
test
class.
cases.
Now I want run only what? Only that failed test case. So right click on the failed.xml file and execute. So only that failed test case. Oh, look at that. It will execute only that failed test case. P banking. And close. That's it. It won't execute remaining test cases because we're not included there, right? So that. And also after executing, you refresh your test output folder. All of you observe. Observe all of you. Refresh your test output folder. You can get folder, separate folder generate for you. You can see results in that. Open this default test. Generate its own folder again. Open with web browser. It shows your test cases. Pass. Okay. It says your test case is passed now. So only that particular test case got executed. Included groups, no groups included, and no exclude groups also included here, right? Accordingly, it will execute that particular test case only. Okay. One more thing. And even emailable report. In the emailable report, we can see only that, but that's common. Okay. Now, my question is, do you understand all of you how to execute that failed test case here?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
How to execute that failed test case?
Right click on the testing.
Testng failed.xml.
So after executing, if any test case got failed, by default, testng itself will generate testng failed XML.
file.
Okay. You can go on to that XML file and you can run it via that XML file. Don't run via class. Okay. Okay, that's one. Suppose, say for example, I am just creating one class. September 28.
Yes, sir.
September 28. My class name is Primus. No main method. I am not writing any precondition, postcondition. I am writing only test case here. So for that, I am declaring object for WebDriver. WebDriver. Object is driver. I don't want any precondition post. I want only WebDriver. Oh, test case. Test case means @test control space bar. Okay, na? Public void method name is verify login. Now I'll write code for login. Driver dot
find
element by
by
dot name value dot send it keys. My value is admin. And I want to click on login. What is my requirement here is locate for password, copy this, paste here. Okay, my requirement is I want to execute this login test case, this login test method for 5 times. Without using looping statement. I want to run this test case for 5 times or 5 or 10 or 1000 or whatever time I want. How we execute it. So remember, if you want to execute a test case for more than one time, invocation control space bar, sorry, invocation control space bar, invocation count is equal to, you tell the number. What that meaning of invocation count? What that meaning?
Execution count.
Execution
Count.
execution count number. How much time you specify, it will execute for that many times without looping. Look at that. Okay. Now I don't want reporter for this. Now right click to mouse, and finally I want close my browser. I don't want close manually. Let us close, ask Selenium to close it. Just I'm showing you. If anyone asking you a question, how do you run a test case for more iterations without using looping statements? Your answer is, you can say invocation count is equal
Invocation
to
count.
the number. How many times it will execute now?
5 times.
Check it out. Check it out. One time. Again, closing the browser, again opening it. Again running for second time. Like that. Whenever you want to execute for more than one time, you can say invocation count is equal to that number. According to that, it will execute. Is that still one more time? Right? All that 5
Sir,
times
but I
got.
have a doubt, sir. We haven't given any before method and after method for this test, but it is automatically closing and reopening, like how we give within the before and after methods.
That's what that's the meaning of invocation count. With that, we are launching it, right? We are asking run this within that test case only. We are launching browser, launching URL. Yes or no? Within the test case only done before launching browser, launching URL, no problem. If one write separately again before test launching browser, that's common. Okay. Okay. Suppose I have some dependency methods. Assume that there are some dependencies methods in my test case. Let us take any other application for clicking. Let us take any other application for instead of this. Any other applications we have? Let me take something from this application. Okay. I have to work using dependencies. Dependencies means depending to one test case to another test case. How to write dependence to one test case to another test case for this application. Okay. Na? Suppose say for example, I want click on home page, hard deals. not holiday, shipping. I want click on shipping. I want click on new. Dependencies, one is one test case to another test case. I want click on new. And I want click on coming soon. I want click on contact us. 3, 4, I'll take 4 test cases accordingly. Okay, I will take this as 4 test cases and I'll say dependencies for each and every test case. This test case depends to, this is shipping. Shipping is a hard deal, not shipping is a group of test case, and this new test case depends on what? Shopping, and a new test case depending on coming soon depends on new, and contact us depends on coming soon. If any one test case fail, automatic remaining test case will get. So I'm showing you how to execute depends on methods, using depends on methods accordingly. Okay, how to use that? Let us write depends on methods. We have that facility, right? Using depends. No, you want main method or required? Not required. Main method.
No.
Not required. Main
No,
method.
sir. It's
Huh?
test engine that doesn't require main. Doesn't require main.
Test doesn't require main method. Don't confuse. Okay. WebDriver. Object is driver. Okay. And here I'm writing precondition is @ before test, because I want participate only once. Public void method name is setup. Precondition also will setup, right? And then launch a browser. Driver is equal to new Chrome driver. Okay. Driver dot get method. Launch your URL. Driver dot manage dot window dot maximize. Okay. And this is my precondition. And coming to test cases, @test, control space bar, don't forget that, okay? Import package for that, public void method name is, so first one I want click on size, shipping. My test case name is shipping. So for this test method, I'll make as group. How to write groups here? See, groups, control space bar, groups is equal to, I'm giving my group name as e-commerce. Just define your group name, any one group name. E-commerce is my group name. Okay. And the method name here is, what that method name? Shipping. Okay. I want click on it. Driver dot find element by dot XPath. We'll take XPath of it, no problem. Dot click. Suspend tool for few seconds for observation. Thread dot sleep. Wait for 5000 milliseconds for that. Okay, now we'll do it. And next test case is, we are writing one by one test case now. Remaining test case are dependencies, no group. Okay, here we have to say depends on methods. Depends on the meaning, depends on method. So to which method this is depending? Next test case, whether next case, test case, new link. To which this new link is depending? Anybody?
E-commerce.
It is depending to shipping.
Shipping method.
E-commerce is a group name. E-commerce is a group name. We are giving one group. In that group, we are running depends on method. So this new link is depending on what? Shipping test case.
Shipping.
And what that meaning? If shipping test case got failed, obviously remaining test case will skip. They don't fail, they'll skip automatically. Okay. I am writing one more test case. What that one more test case? One more test case is coming soon. What is that? Coming soon. Coming soon. And this coming soon test case depends on what? Depending on what? Depending on
New link method.
new link method.
New link method.
The above test case depends on next test case. Okay. Next method is contact us.
Contact.
Next method is contact us. How to run depends methods I am showing you. Next method name is contact us. Okay, and this will be depending on what? This contact us depending on coming soon test case. And finally, at the rate after test control space bar public void method name is tear down.
Tear down.
Okay, I just want to close my browser. Driver dot close or quit, whatever you want. Okay, so for every method,
Superclass.
maintain that superclass throws throwable. Okay, na? Throws throwable. Copy this and maintain for every test method. Okay, na? Anything else? No, right? So here also I just want to wait for a few seconds after launching my browser. So thread dot sleep. So say 5000 milliseconds I want to wait and define this application URL. Okay. Okay, fine. Now, how you validate this? Throws throwable. Why it's throwing error? You should not define for test method.
Yeah, public one.
Okay. So here also, sorry, we are writing for test, not for that. We have write for test method, not for that. Okay, na? Okay, fine. Now let us define the XPath for all methods. XPath for shipping. Inspector element for that shipping. Go to CrowPath. Let's check, is it having related link text or not? Does it has link text? No link text. Only XPath it has. Absolute XPath, relate XPath. Right? Yes, we of course we can customize. How to customize that XPath? I don't want such a big XPath. What tag it has? Check it out. I think all of you forgot about customizing XPath. I don't know how many of you remember.
Contains.
We can go with what? Having a tag called span tag. Look at that span tag. How to write that XPath? Come on. Control F. Double forward slash span. Open square bracket. At the rate. No at the rate. No, we can't write at the rate contents here. There is no attribute. We are going with what? Contains. Open parenthesis. Text. Open close parenthesis. Comma. Single quotation. Closure parenthesis. And then closure square bracket. What is that? What is that? Shipping.
Shipping.
I can use some part of that. Check it out. Is it locating or not? How many elements it has?
2.
That 2 elements with that text. All of you know how to overcome that problem. Open parenthesis, close parenthesis, square bracket.
Give the index.
Index number.
Index value.
Index number. Now it's showing that it's locating that or not?
Yes,
Yes or no?
Yes.
What is that second element? Check it out. What is the second element? Where it is located? This is second element, not first element. Look at that. Second element somewhere else. But first element, if I give 1, for what it's locating? Is it highlighting or not?
Yes, sir.
No.
But both are highlighting, sir.
Let us check with try XPath. Huh? Lot of options we have. Why do you worry? Open this, copy this XPath. Try XPath gives genuine things, right? Open TX, copy paste here, execute now. See that? 0 XPath, sorry. Give URL, not copied. Copy this, open a try XPath, paste here, execute it. One, to what it's locating? So there is one more element with that, maybe so, right? So I can give index number as 2. Let me check 2. Now it's having second index number. Yes or no? Right? So you can copy that XPath for that. This is for shipping, right? Next for new link also maybe the same thing happens. Let us check it out. Inspect element. It's also having span tag, right? It's also having span tag. Let us go with try XPath. Contains
New.
okay, let me execute it. Index number, this is also having index
Second.
number 2. Copy it. Highlighting is important for us. Copy that and paste here. Next element is, what that next element? Coming sooner. Check it out first. It's having span tag or not. It's also, all of them may be having span tag. So open try XPath. We can give some part of it. Coming. C capital. Come something. Some part enough. It's also having
Index value 2.
index value 2. Copy that. That's what we have to be careful in writing XPath. That's it, right? Okay. Instead of having such a big XPath, we'll customize like that. Okay, fine. Now let me, shipping. This is for shipping. First one is for shipping here. This is for shipping. And this is for
New.
new link. New link. And last one is for coming soon.
Coming soon.
COM gada. Coming. And one more, there's one more XPath for what it is. Contact us. Check that contact us also. Right click mouse, inspect first. It's also having span tag. CON, con. Okay. Execute it. Highlighting, right? So we can provide as CON. Okay, done. Okay, na? Right. Now, let's see how they're going to execute. Let us right click the mouse, run as test and git test. What that first test case executes? Group is shipping is our group. In that we have group of test case in that group. Something going wrong. Maybe it's not able to identify with that XPath, maybe so. So that's what. Remaining test case they'll skip. Fail, element not interactable. Element is not interacting with that XPath. With this XPath. Shipping 1 or 2 kada?
2, sir. 2.
That's what, see that. Remaining test case, look at the reports now, you get clarity. If one test, if in among the group, if in one test case fail, right click the mouse, refresh it again. Open this emailable report. See, 3 test case skipped, 1 test case failed, no pass, right? Why they skipped, you get information immediately, element not interactable. Okay, for every test case it shows like that. Coming soon is skipped. It's also content is also skipped. This is the test case, it shows skipped here. Even index HTML also, every report, you can check every report also. So that coming soon skipped methods are coming soon, contact us, new link, and failed test case. If one failed, remaining test case will skip automatically. They don't fail. Remaining test case will not fail generally, right? In that case, and any dependencies failure, suppose you're depending on somebody here, if they're failure, what will happen? You don't
You
fail.
also fail.
You don't fail. You don't fail. What will happen? You will skip it, right? You will skip for somebody else. Yes or no? You will depend on somebody else. That's it. No other option we have like that. So, in manual also it happens in testing life. Now, test engine test. Shipping done. Next, we go for before test only written, so that it go execute all the test case one by one, only one single precondition. If this not, if they're getting failed, it automatically fails. So that all 4 test cases got executed. There is no skipping, right? We don't have. Now, look at the report again. Emailable report. In that report, it gives all the 4 test cases. Okay? Not this report. You can check the index HTML. In that group, see that group. What that group name we gave? E-commerce.
E-commerce.
Shipping, what is skipping? Test case name.
Method name.
Test case number, method name. So how many tests we got executed here? Only one test case. How much time every test case took? It shows the test case. Report output, it shows. Okay. And ignore method, so and so. Chronicle view, it shows very clearly. Okay. Not only this, we can open default test also. In the default test also, every report had analyzed here. You should keep on analyzing every report. Not on this old report. Open is old. In that old open default, so in that I told you to open
Index.html.
Yeah, open with that. Open, because there also we have groups. Groups. Look at that group. It shows the group name using dependency class name, using dependency dot shipping is a method group name. It just shows the method.
So sometimes will it vary from report to report, sir?
Which vary to report, ma?
Like each and every report, will it be same? Like, does it vary anytime, sir? Will it be same?
Vary. What is that meaning of vary?
Like, will it change? Like
100%. Ma, they're all reports are the same. Different reports we have here. That's it. So that test methods are for a group. We have any group here? Group configuration, no group configuration. All alphabetical order we can see. Even if you want to prioritize them, we can prioritize. All of you know how to prioritize. So that it got executed according to alphabetical order. Here also we can how to prioritize. All of you know that, right? How do you prioritize your test case? Here also we can prioritize. Like that, we can use depends on methods, different ways here. That is a good advantage we have in TestNG. You don't find all these options in WebDriver. Yes or no? That is the reason we are choosing TestNG. Now, my requirement is, there are 2 packages I have, I think. SRC package September 25th. Last we written 2 classes, and today we written 3 classes, 2 classes here. I want to execute all these 4 classes parallelly, one after other, one after other. How to do? I want to execute all these 4 classes parallelly. We are running individually one by one, right? Yes or no? I want to execute all these 4 classes, whatever test cases we have. I want to execute all these 4 all these classes. In that class, I want to execute the test case parallelly, one after other, one after other. Yes. Okay. That's one of the interview question. We'll check tomorrow. Try all this and come tomorrow. I'll show you how to execute parallelly XML file via XML file and so on. And then I'll show advanced reports, extends reports, and then we'll start frameworks. Data-driven framework. Okay. Keyword-driven, hybrid, one by one. Okay, guys.
Okay.
Okay.
Try them. Don't miss them and don't neglect these things. Please keep on executing. Today I'll send everything. Friday's class and today's class. Everything. Okay?
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
See you guys.
Thank you, sir. Bye, sir.
Yeah. Bye-bye.